inside the tank. We'll get the liquid oxygen tank a little later in the count.
Okay. So
now the team is waiting for verification that, if needed, the Artemis II crew could use the launch abort system to pull Orion safely off the top of the rocket in an emergency. Let's listen in for that call.
The launch of this rocket, where the astronauts are going to circle the moon at some point.
Copy.
I think
CDR copies, last available.
I think the final trip is 10 days. I think the whole trip lasts.
That's great news, and you heard the NTD verify that with the commander of the mission.
GLS is go for FTS arm.
So the launch
now work is being done
minutes?
to arm the flight termination system. This is so the range safety can send a flight termination command if the rocket flies too far off track.
This is crazy.
There's a brief built-in delay, so the launch abort system has time to pull the astronauts to safety first.
I got home just in time from work to watch, so I figured, why not? I'll live stream it.
All right, the high flow bleed
if
check.
somebody watches it with me, fine. If not,
so the cryo team gets verification that the RS-25 engines, all 4 of them, are in the proper temperature range for launch.
It's been over 50 years since we went anywhere near the moon with actual humans. So this should be really interesting.
GLS is go for core stage APU start.
Start, those are auxiliary power units. High turbines will provide pressure to hydraulic pumps that steer the RS-25 engine. We're going to see a gimbal test a little later at T-minus 2 minutes and 30 seconds. This is what allows that to happen. Coming up in about 20 seconds.
The chat is moving quite nicely on the right-hand side.
Purge sequence 4. That's a helium purge of the 4 core stage engines downstream of the propellant valve. This gets all the air and moisture out of there.
GLS is go for purge sequence 4.
Moving through the milestones.
Yeah, so this is pretty cool.
All is looking good.
Hopefully they have a safe trip.
Coming up in just a few seconds, we're going to get that thrust vector control actuator test. This is a gimbling of the engines.
Gimbling of the engines. I don't know what that means.
There are the 4 RS-25s.
Man.
3 of them.
You know that's
Shuttle
going to get hot quick.
1 of them built from shuttle parts. And there you see them moving.
So I was watching a video about the SpaceX rockets, and when those lift off,
now
they shoot a ton of water
from both the upper stage and the lower stage of the rocket to internal.
So I wonder if the same thing
taking ground power away and now going to battery power.
GLS go for upper stage internal power.
All right, power is removed from the rocket's upper stage, the ICPS, and it's been switched to battery. Same milestone for the lower core stage coming up at T-minus 1 minute and 30 seconds. Right now, the 4-person Artemis II crew is 248,000 miles away from the moon. And if all goes well, they will fly by it in 6 days.
Wow, 6 days to get to the moon.
GLS is go for
so I wonder,
internal power.
Are we able to watch that?
All right, there's the rocket's core stage.
So if I remember right,
which houses 3 flight computers, is now on its own power.
Land on the moon over 50 years ago. We were able to
watch
that.
There's no more hold time because there's no more margin on these batteries. So we would have to recycle back to T-minus 10 to recharge if we had a hold.
One minute.
A minute.
Right now, the rocket does not know what the T0 is, but coming up at T-minus 33 seconds, control shifts from the ground launch sequencer to the rocket's onboard autonomous launch sequencer, or ALS. The rocket will count itself down, but honor any holds that could come from the ground. Now, shortly after liftoff, Houston will take control of the rocket, and my colleague Gary Jordan will take over commentary.
GLS is go for area left.
Great call out. The rocket is on its own. 4 brave
Right.
explorers ready to ride the most powerful rocket
Let's hope this goes well. I'm really nervous for these guys
NASA
for
has
some reason.
ever launched.
When's the last time we launched humans
Sound suppression water is flowing.
to go like way
And
past?
here we go.
Earth?
10, 9, 8,
Other than
7,
Blue Origin,
RS-25
and some
engines
SpaceX
lit.
that went to the International Space
3,
Station.
2, 1.
Like,
Booster ignition.
oh
And
wow!
liftoff.
All right, here we
The crew
go.
of Artemis 2 now bound for the moon. Humanity's next great voyage begins.
Good roll pitch.
Look at that. That is
Roger,
really
roll
cool.
pitch.
My goodness.
Houston now controlling the flight of Integrity on the Artemis 2 mission around the moon.
I wonder if there's conspiracy theorists out there that are thinking this isn't real.
Integrity, AMT high.
There's always a
On time passing
theory among the conspiracy people that
Integrity passes the alternate beacon.
we
Target
never went
miles
to the moon in the first place.
efficiency, good performance on 4 main engines, Space Launch System core stage. Integrity 3 miles in altitude, traveling more than 1,200 miles per hour.
Oh my goodness. Wow. I wonder what that's a video of. Look at that. That is so cool. The power. The raw power coming from those engines.
Mission elapsed time passing 1 minute, approaching max Q.
So
On,
cool.
Ponce de Leon.
Stan, we have you loud and clear on Ponce de Leon.
Have you the same?
Communication signal transfer confirmed as Integrity and its crew go
I
supersonic.
wonder
Approaching
what the
90 seconds
technology
into
is
Artemis
like
2
between
mission. Integrity is 14 miles in altitude, 8 miles
the
down.
first time we
traveling
traveled
more than
towards the
2,600
moon
miles per hour.
compared to now. Like, what is that gap in advancement? Like, what are we able to do now that we couldn't do before? Too cool, too cool.
1 minute 50 seconds of mission elapsed time, standing by for main engine throttle down to 85%. Ahead of
With
solid
everything
rocket
else
booster
going on in the world
separation,
right
expected
now,
at
like,
the 2
this
minute
is-
9 second mark.
This is really cool.
We see throttle down. Confirmed separation.
Those people that
Main
are there,
engine's
that's
throttling
so
up,
cool.
guidance
Oh, look at
confirmed.
those rockets. Oh, they're gonna come back down. I wonder where they will land.
Integrity, guidance
check that
converged,
out.
performance nominal, upper stage RCS ready.
That is so cool.
Copy all, Stan.
Integrity, SM priming complete.
SM priming complete.
So those rockets,
2 minutes 45
that are
seconds of mission
falling?
elapsed time into the Artemis 2 mission.
are they just going to
Thrusters of
fall into the
Integrity
water, or,
and upper stage
they-
confirmed in a ready state ahead of
or
the
are they
service
going to be
module
caught
fairing
like the
separation.
SpaceX rockets?
3 minutes into the flight, Integrity
That's
49
cool.
miles in altitude, 78 miles downrange, now passing 5,000 miles per hour.
I wonder what those are that just ejected off.
Standing by for launch abort system jettison.
Houston Integrity, good last jettison, great view.
Great.
Copy
view.
jettison, Team Eco 8+02.
That is too cool.
We see the same on board, Stan.
And Houston has you loud and clear on TDRS at the Carmen line.
I wonder where that camera is at.
Outstanding, Stan, we have you the same.
3 minutes 50 seconds into the flight of Artemis 2, Wiseman, Glover, Cook, and Hansen cross the boundary to space with good comm checks. GPS signals acquired after last jettison now working on internal checks to verify accuracy. Flight Dynamics Officer analyzed the time of main engine cutoff, confirmed at 8 minutes 2 seconds, time of MECO.
All that information that's on the left and right, SpaceX makes it look a lot more cool. But I mean, we don't really need cool. We just need these people to stay alive. So that rocket took off 4.5 minutes ago. So crazy.
Integrity, GPS processing.
Outstanding, Stan. We see the same, and we have a beautiful moonrise. We're headed right at it.
Wow.
Approaching
Too cool,
5
too
minutes
cool.
into the flight, Commander Reed Wiseman confirms he has visuals of his destination. GPS guidance, navigation, and control software
they're gonna
finishes internal
circle the
checks
moon
and
and come
sends to
back.
navigation
But
channels.
it's going to be 4 or 5 days before they get there.
Integrity, 3-engine press.
4 or 5
3
days.
engine press.
On time, now passing 5 minutes, 20 seconds of mission elapsed time into the Artemis II mission. At this point, 3 good main engines are all that's needed to carry Integrity to a nominal main engine cutoff target. Though at this time, we're seeing 4 good engines here in Mission Control Houston. Integrity, 75 miles in altitude, 330
Man, those are some
miles
lucky
downrange,
people that
approaching
they got
10,000
to see
miles
that.
per hour.
Oh, you can still see the rocket. That's too cool. So where did those other rockets land? Or where are they landing?
Integrity, looking good at 6 minutes.
Same on board, Stan.
I'll be honest, I didn't even realize
Good
we were
trajectory and engine
sending a rocket
performance.
towards the moon
Booster
until
officer
a few
will
days ago.
soon report the shutdown plan to Flight Director Judd Friedling, expected at the 7-minute mark.
How many people are watching?
Integrity,
2
78
over
miles in
2.5
altitude,
million people are
460
watching.
miles downrange.
Integrity, expect nominal shutdown.
Nominal shutdown. What does that mean?
Integrity copies nominal shutdown.
Six minutes, 40 seconds of mission elapsed time.
So
Shutdown
if we-
plan is as expected. Again, the time of Miko
we
was
read
confirmed at
this,
8 minutes, 2 seconds
We're
into the
sending
flight.
astronauts around the moon for the first time in 50 years. Come watch with us. That's what we're doing. NASA's Artemis II mission is scheduled to lift off from Kennedy Space Center, which it did. So
7
the
minutes of
astronauts,
mission elapsed time.
Reed Wiseman, Victor Glover, Christina
Throttling down
Koch,
as we approach the abort once around
and
option.
then an astronaut from Canada,
Milestone
Jeremy
at the
Hansen.
7-minute, 30-second mark. Now 84 miles in altitude, 650
After
miles
launching into
downrange,
space
traveling more
atop
than
NASA's
15,000
Space
miles
Launch
per hour.
System rocket, the crew will travel around the
Integrity,
moon and back
AOA
in
open.
their Orion spacecraft.
AOA open.
The window is now open for an
So they're
abort
going
once around
to-
option that would target splashdown in the Pacific Ocean. Still following nominal
So
ascent
if I'm
at this
following
time.
this correctly, there's 2 spacecraft. The main one and then one they'll use to circle around the moon and come back and reconnect.
About 10 seconds remaining until the main engine cutoff of the Space Launch System core stage. Standing by for confirmation of
24/7
Miko and core
coverage.
stage
So this is going to
separation.
be all the time. 24/7 coverage. I wonder if we're always going to have a live feed or will that end? How's that going to work? Is that another?
Integrity and nominal Miko, core stage separated.
We see the same on board, Stan.
This is pretty cool.
8 minutes, 40 seconds into the flight, we have a nominal main engine cutoff heading in the right trajectory on the way to swing around the moon. Core stage has separated, done its job. The Space Launch System upper stage, the interim cryogenic propulsion stage, or ICPS, still attached to the Orion spacecraft.
There was something said that the astronauts will
9
see
minutes of
things
mission
that we've
elapsed
never
time.
seen.
Integrity crew of Reed Wiseman,
before
Victor
with the
Glover,
human eye,
Christina Cook,
so
and Jeremy Hansen now
that's
in
cool.
orbit around the Earth at the beginning of their journey to the moon.
Integrity Houston, looking ahead to PRM numbers so far per the pad.
Copy that, Stan. Numbers for the pad.
So, according to this, they're going
Capcom Stan Loves
18,000 miles an hour.
Now reminding the crew that the perigee raise maneuver
They've already
time of
gone
ignition
132
is
miles.
as expected
Oh, no,
prior
they've already-
to booster ignition.
Yeah.
That time being 49 minutes, 50 seconds of mission elapsed time.
Okay, so the three circles on the bottom right of the YouTube screen, velocity, how fast? Oh, from the Earth, they're 139 miles from the Earth, and they are still got 242,000 miles to go to get to the moon. Wow. Wow, wow. Well, okay, so the rocket took off. I'm not quite sure what else is going on.
Integrity, good. NEDS deploy.
I wish we had more camera coverage. I mean, we can hear the radio,
Copy that, Stan. Good, Neds.
radio chatter. But some more camera coverage would be cool. Can't have everything, right?
And Integrity Houston for PWD setup. Just a reminder, halfway open on the secondary.
They're
We got
168
that,
miles
Stan.
from
Halfway
Earth.
open.
169 miles from Earth.
Passing 11 minutes of mission elapsed time.
242,000
Overhearing the conversation
miles
between Capcom
from
Stan
Earth.
Love and Commander
That's
Reed
just
Wiseman.
insane.
Already passing some milestones. We have a good nozzle extension deployment system. That is confirmed. Complete. We also have the visors are confirmed up. Now past the dynamic phase of flight that is ascent. Their launch and entry suits that provided them an extra layer of protection. Now not as needed. They're going to raise those visors.
So they're going to raise the visors on the helmet.
And later in today's
what he's saying?
mission, they will begin to egress or get out of the suits to begin some of their initial tasks of activating some of the systems aboard in the Integrity spacecraft. Passing 12 minutes of mission elapsed time. Again, the perigee
All right.
raise
Well,
maneuver that's
that was
targeted
really cool.
near 50 minutes
And
and
I
mission
hope
elapsed
they're
time
safe.
49 minutes
I hope
50
that
seconds.
everything goes
That's
well.
what the crew is going to be working towards. The Commander Reed Wiseman pilot Victor Glover will focus on preparing for that milestone.
So I'm guessing that
In the
capsule
meantime,
part
mission
at the
specialist
end at the
Christina
front of
Cook
the rocket,
and Jeremy
they're gonna
Hansen
detach.
will
they're gonna
start
go around
some
the
of the
moon
activation
and
of
then
environmental control life support systems. You may
reattach to
hear
that main piece
confirmation of their
and come back to
activation
Earth.
over the Orion
That's
to
what it
Earth
seems like is going to happen.
communication network.
Houston, C3 aux power back in auto.
Copy C3 aux, and we're 2 minutes to maneuver.
So what kind of maneuver? Let's see if they talk about that. Huh. How many people are watching? So there's about 500,000 less people watching, 600,000 less.
13
2
minutes
million.
and 30 seconds of mission elapsed time. We're going to continue to follow the crew of the Artemis 2 mission. They are beginning their journey around the moon to verify the systems that will take us to its surface. An incredible ascent.
Oh,
Artemis 2
I wouldn't
is
get to have a
underway.
second
Reed
screen.
Wiseman, Victor Glover, Christina Cook, and Jeremy Hansen begin their journey to the moon. Still milestones
Or
to
maybe
come
a
up
bigger
as we
screen.
await solar array deploy and the
Could always
critical
just start
burns that
using
will
a
get
television,
integrity
not a monitor.
into high Earth
It's
orbit
not like
around
I
the
came on
Earth
this thing.
before engines are fired to get us
I
around
mean, I
the
could
moon.
essentially have.
We'll keep tabs on Integrity and its crew from
42
here in
inch
Mission
screen.
Control Houston. But for now, we're going to send it back to you, Megan and Nicole at the Kennedy Space Center. Very
see what
jealous
Megan and
to
Nicole
hear
say.
how the launch experience was over on the Space Coast.
Yeah, Gary, if people are just joining us, welcome back to the Space Coast, where we just saw Artemis 2 lift off 14 minutes ago. And wow, what an
Crazy.
amazing launch, and an emotional one, too.
Definitely
as soon as
amazing.
the rocket lifted off, Nicole,
I mean,
you had tears in your eyes. I had tears in my eyes. And we had all these people around us cheering.
there's
It was
definitely a
amazing.
ton
Yeah,
of
the
people
energy
have been
was
working hard
wonderful.
on
I mean,
this.
it was a beautiful launch. We've got
Really
4
nice
friends
out.
and
Looks
family
a little
members headed
windy,
to the
but-
moon. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah. How does that
Yeah.
make
It's
you
like a
feel
great
as someone
day.
who, is
I
an
wonder if there
astronaut
are
as
any
well, but
cruise
also, as you
ships
said, friends?
Yeah,
that
so
Canaveral, and they
so
were
proud
people
of
on
them.
board the ship
You know,
were
I-
able to watch this.
Man, we don't have the words in the English language to describe this kind of an event, and pride, love, so many emotions. You know,
I
they
like the NASA logo
they
on
are
the bottom of the
truly
laptops.
breaking some barriers, and hopefully, as Gary just said, they've got a long day ahead of them. So wishing them well on everything. But so far, what a beautiful launch to
15
watch.
minutes
Yeah, to be
into
returning to the
launch.
lunar orbit in more than 50 years. Maybe they go farther
Wow.
from Earth than any other humans before them. Maybe they see parts of the moon that we've never seen before. I
Yeah,
mean, what
Amazing.
a great start to what could be all of these milestones that we
So
break.
how
with
many
just a 10-day
times has a
mission.
human
Yes, what a
circled
way
the
to
moon?
welcome in the Artemis
Because the only
generation.
time I can remember is
Yeah, how
if
do you feel?
remember
I
the
mean, we
Apollo
saw
13
some
movie,
beautiful shots we were covering of,
I think those
of course, the
astronauts had to go
rocket,
around
of
the
course,
Earth to
the
slingshot and
Earth
come home.
falling away as
But
we continue
they were
up,
trying to
up,
stay
up
alive.
into our ascent, but also some of those crowd
But
shots where we saw
now
young
we're
and
doing it
old,
on purpose.
just emotional,
So have we done that
overcome
before?
by
Like,
this
I don't know.
history-making moment.
Man, we are going back to the moon for all, and we
I'm
saw
gonna
that
check it
today. We saw that in all the crowds, and yeah, you guys just
I'll
saw that view,
Google.
the sunrise or sunset. I guess they just made it over the crest of the Earth, and you could see the sun peeking over. One of my favorite views from space, and I can't imagine what they're looking at now, and I can't wait to see what they're looking at in about 5 or 6 days.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people are like, you know what, I'm
Circle the
surprised this launched on the first try, because we know, like any little thing, we have to be keeping safety in mind, and we want to make sure we're ready to go. But we were ready to go, and I think it surprised a lot of people. What a wonderful surprise on this Wednesday evening.
Oh,
It did,
so-
and it kind of surprised me as well. But it's just a testament to the team.
Instead. So you'll see what I highlight. That astronauts orbited the moon multiple times during missions such as Apollo 8, 10, and 11 through 17, excluding 13, which swung around it. So there's orbiting and there's swinging around. So 13 swung around it. And no human has ever returned to the moon since 1972, a year before I was born. December 1972. No. Anyways, all right. Well,
Crosstie is on board per the ETSIDEM.
We copy, Houston. Thank you.
all right. Well, I'm gonna stop sharing. And now it's just back to me. All right, guys. Well, I didn't have any viewers, but if anybody watches this later on, thanks. And thank you for taking the time to spend some time with me watching this, if you happen to. And I love you. And we shall talk later. All right. Have a great rest of the day.